Now, the guy we're talking about in today's video is one of the most interesting guys in this free agency class that I could see the Detroit Lions pursuing, and that is Azeez Ojulari. Now, Azeez Ojulari, former second-round pick, you could say he's lived up to it, you can say he's not. It's really interesting. He's been very good throughout his career, but he's also been disappointing in some ways. Not great size, a little bit undersized, 6'3", 240. Very, very young. One of the youngest defensive ends in this free agency class. Only 24 years old. Will be turning 25 during the offseason. From Georgia. He got drafted back in 2021. Round 2. Pick 50 overall by the Giants. This past season had 6 sacks. Pretty solid. But you look at that 6 sacks, he only played 11 games. His first career season with the Giants, played every single game, really good. 8 sacks and a forced fumble. 2 passes deflected, especially for being a second round pick. Then in 2022, very good for the limited amount of time he played. Only played 7 games, 5.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and a pass deflected. Very good for the limited amount of games he played. 2023, not as good. Disappointing season from back in 2023. Played 11 games, missed 6, 2.5 sacks, and a fumble recovery. No passes deflected. Then this past season, final year with the Giants most likely, played 11 games, missed 6 once again, but very good in this time. 6 sacks, fumble recovery. So, and again, in the postseason, I don't think he's done anything. Let's go ahead. He's played 2 games in his career in the postseason, has not had a sack in either of those games. But Azeez Ojulari is a very interesting guy to me that the Lions could pursue. He's exact type of guy that the Lions would pursue. Not relatively healthy. So, and his market value is very reasonable, which has not been the case in my opinion with Spotrac's market value this season. His market value is around exactly what I expect him to get and makes a lot of sense. And if I'm the Lions, I am 100% signing him or making a hard attempt to sign him, especially for his market value. He's projected to get a 2-year, $15.1 million with $7.6 million per season. That would put him 22 out of all the outside linebackers ranks, and that put him 274 in the NFL rank. That is very, very reasonable and cheap for Azeez Ojulari. He is very productive when he is healthy. You saw it his rookie year, you saw it this year, you saw it even his second year. His only season in his 4-year career where he really hasn't been productive was 2 seasons ago back in 2023 when he only had 2.5 sacks in 11 games. But he is very productive and very talented. You take out the undersized aspect of him, he is a very decent guy I would consider the Lions signing. So, Azeez Ojulari, I think the Lions have to take a look at him for sure. He's one of my most, what's the word? One of the biggest names I would take a look at in this free agency class. A bigger name free agent, probably a top 5, top 10 defensive end free agent in terms of the big names out there. His defensive end class, not the great for the most part, but he is one of the better ones available. And the fact that he's extremely young, this is a deal that I'd sign him up for. I'd give him a multi-year deal. Probably wouldn't give him a 3-year deal, but I'd definitely give him a 2-year deal. And for $15 million, that's an absolute steal in my opinion. If he gets hurt, it's a bad signing, unfortunately. It wasn't worth it. But if he can stay healthy and give out the production that he has been giving in his NFL career, that is an absolute steal. An absolute steal for Azeez Ojulari, because I still believe he has the talent to be a number 1 defensive end in this league and at minimum a number 2 defensive end. This is a guy, in my opinion, that the Lions absolutely 100% have to take a look at, especially for his price tag and market value that he's probably going to have, which is $7.6 million per season. So, if I'm the Lions, you got to take a look at him, but leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you also take a look at Azeez Ojulari? Because, again, in my opinion, the Lions have to take a look at him. The fact that we paid Marcus Davenport $6.5 million when Azeez Ojulari is going to only command from his market value $1 million more when he is way more productive and more talented than Marcus Davenport, you have to consider it. So, with thoughts, comments down below. One Pride, go Lions.